Alright, hello everyone, it's G-Star321 here again, and we are back with more Command & Conquer Generals on the PC. We are up to Mission 1 on Brutal Difficulty of the USA faction. Let's do it.
General, I am Lieutenant Eva. I will serve as your comm officer for our campaign against the Global Liberation Army. We know the GLA have access to lethal biological weapons, and we have tracked these weapons to Baghdad. Our troops are assembled outside the city and await your orders, sir.
Cab on station. Skies are clear. Radar lock! Break! Break! I'm hit! Hawks down! Anybody see a shoot?
Negative! No shoot!
Echo Company, engage!
Roger! Target acquired. Enemy in perimeter. Range 200. All units, stand by. Fire at will.
I'm hit! Let's finish them off!
Off the left!
Bravo down! We got
fire! Reload! Reload! Help!
Fire!
We have 11 confirmed. All units, search and destroy. More contacts. Range 300.
Fast movers inbound! Line them up!
Enemy perimeter breached. General, we must capture Baghdad and eliminate all GLA forces.
Alright, so we're now in control of the battlefield. As you can see, we have an army of tanks at our disposal. And we've got quite a few Humvees here as well. Crusader tanks and Humvees. This mission, the first mission for pretty much every one of the factions, is the easiest. So it should be, but I mean, there's no strategy here. All we're going to do is basically select all these units and move in on the GLA over here, eventually up here, and their base is sort of around here on the map if you're looking on the radar in the bottom left hand corner. So that's all we're going to do. We're going to move in and attack. I mean, we have a base here, but you don't need a base for this mission, alright? Even on brutal difficulty, it's extremely easy. I mean, you can go ahead and build ranges, missile defenders if you want. We've got a war factory here where you can build Crusader tanks, Humvees, but trust me, we do not need to. And let's have a look at this. I've got 1 point to spend, so I might as well get the emergency repair ability. As you can see, repairs vehicles in an area. This one's actually not bad. Actually, I might get the spy drone. Spy drones are camouflaged against enemy sight and radar and reveal enemy positions. So, I'll show you what this does. If we go somewhere into the fog of war, say over here, because we can't see, you can deploy this spy drone and watch what it does. All it will do is just fly around in circles like this, and it will keep this area lit up so you can see what's here at all times. That's a nasty looking army of Scorpion tanks the GLA has waiting for us there, but don't you worry, we'll take care of them. The only thing these spy drones are bad against are, I believe, anti-aircraft weapons. So say the GLA had a Stinger sight right here, they just shoot down the spy drone straight away, so you need to be careful. Keep away from Stinger sights, and I believe they're RPG troopers and quad cannon vehicles as well. But yeah, they're pretty good in that regard. They keep the area lit up. Okay, now we're gonna give every one of our Crusader tanks a battle drone, as well as the Humvees, so let's do that. Select them all, Control 1, Control F for the formation, let's go. And look at that, they're all healing. The ones that are damaged anyway. Beautiful. Attack move on the GLA Scorpion tanks.
Vital weapons are in the area. Be prepared to pull back from the city at the first sign of contamination.
So easy.
Moving in.
And we've got some more enemies up ahead here.
Rocket launch detected. All units, pull back. Watch those clouds, men. Could be anthrax.
General, Washington orders us to enter the mountains and destroy the enemy Scud Storm.
Crusader tank responding.
Now what you just saw there, if I go up here, this is the Scud Storm. This is the GLA's super weapon, if you will. Each faction has their own super weapon that they can use. With the Scud Storm, basically what it does is, you just saw it there, it fires off these Scud missiles and they land, hit the ground, explode, and it leaves this anthrax in the area, okay? And any troops, any vehicles, anything really that's caught up in this anthrax will take damage over time and eventually die. If you've got troops that are standing in the middle of it, quickly get them out, otherwise they will die. Same with vehicles, they will slowly get killed by that. So that's pretty cool. That's probably one of the it's hard to say who has the best super weapon. I mean, the GLA has this, the Scud Storm. The Chinese have the nuclear missile, and the USA, they have what's called the particle cannon. I think I prefer the nuclear missile and the Scud Storm over the particle cannon, although the particle cannon is pretty good in some instances. But we'll see that in later missions. Okay, some battle drones have been destroyed.
How about a show of force?
We need to get them
Got room for 5.
back.
Heavy armor ready for action.
Got room for 5. Okay, let's deploy another spy drone up here. Let's see what we're going up against. So there's their base. It's not very well defended besides these tanks. They've only got a few troops running around. A couple of sporadic vehicles. Okay, enough bullshit, let's do it.
Armor detail reporting.
We're going to do an attack move up ahead here.
Proceeding to target zone.
Anthrax is still in the area. Use extreme caution.
Civilian buildings are occupied by enemy troops. Assault teams, enter those buildings from above and clean them out.
Now this is pretty cool. Watch these Chinook helicopters, watch. You'll see Rangers dropping from them into these buildings occupied by the enemy. Now that is a fantastic tactic to use against enemies that are holding up in buildings like that. If you're playing as the US faction, really, really good. Because if I was just to go ahead and get my tanks to fire at this building, for example, occupied by the enemy GLA, it would take quite a while to destroy that building. Even with all these tanks, it does take a while. There are certain units that are very effective in taking out enemies in buildings, and I'll talk about them later, mainly flame-based units, and if you're playing as the GLA, units that have toxin associated with them. But as the USA, your Chinook helicopters, besides being able to collect funds from these supply piles and then take them back to the supply center, they can be used to load up troops. So I mean, I could select all these Rangers here and put them in the Chinook helicopter and then, you know, go ahead and do what you just saw there, drop them into an enemy building and then overtake it. Really, really good strategy to use against enemies inside buildings, especially if they hold up in bunkers. Bunkers are probably the most fortified positions you can hole up in. You can also just use Chinooks to transport units as well, including vehicles.
Terrain.
Alright, so let's do another attack move.
Delivering ordnance.
Actually, let's shoot those barrels.
In my field of fire.
That didn't really do anything. Attack move up here. That there is a radar van. That's one of GLA's vehicles. It basically gives them this radar that you see here in the bottom left hand corner. But not only that, it has the ability to detect
Buildings up ahead.
stealth
Clear
units,
the palace.
hidden
All
camouflage
continue the
units. Ooh,
advance.
I forgot about this.
Unit
Now,
lost.
let's go back here. Sorry guys, almost forgot. Yeah, look, so there's some more buildings occupied by enemies. And, okay, these guys want to cause some trouble. Let's take care of them. There we go. So look, we've got some more Chinook helicopters here. As you can see, they're full of rangers. And this ability here is flashing, indicating to us that we should try and use it. So let's do that. Combat drop. Order rangers to rappel down on enemy target. Use on garrisoned buildings to kill all enemy soldiers inside. So click on it and then click on the building garrisoned by the enemy and watch. There they go. And they will just overtake it.
I got the goods.
All the enemy infantry inside the building
Drop zone confirmed.
get killed instantly. Let's do the same here. And we've got some of these nasty tanks. These are the GLA's best tanks, the Marauders.
Right on schedule.
Let's bring these Chinooks back to base. Get them recollecting some more supplies. Not like we need it, but it's always good to get in the habit. And there you go, those tanks have
Unit lost.
just destroyed that building, garrisoned by my rangers. They're doing a pretty good job, as you can see, at taking care of this tank. It's because tanks are quite useless against
Congratulations,
infantry.
General. You have been promoted.
They're garbage. Look how long it takes for them to kill one of my rangers.
Unit
It's
lost.
disgraceful. They'll probably end up killing all these tanks. Well, they'll at least kill this one. I'm not sure about this one. They probably will too. Oh god, there's another one up there too. Anyway, I'll let them do
Lost.
that. Now, if you go over here on the map, look, we've got some pilots that are guarded by these GLA rebels, so we need to go rescue them. You don't need to, but I'm going to do it anyway. Does it mention that on our objectives? Destroy all enemy forces, destroy the Scud Storm. No, okay. Well, we're going to do it anyway. We're going to rescue these pilots and put them in our Crusader tanks to give them better
POW
veterancy.
camp up ahead. Get those men out of there.
As you can see, the battle drones are taking care of the enemy rebels quite well.
Get those pilots into vehicles.
Armor
Let's
detail
roll.
reporting.
So as the US, you don't really even need infantry that much.
Pilot of the USA.
Because of all these battle drones, they will take care of the infantry. Okay, let's start putting these pilots in some vehicles.
Anything to drive?
I don't really care which ones they go in, as long as it's a
Where do you need
Crusader tank, not a Humvee. I don't really like Humvees. They're too weak.
orders, General? Now we're talking.
They usually get chewed up pretty quickly
How about a show
on the
of
battlefield. Okay, so that's done. And
force? Anywhere you say, sir.
let's do it. Let's go ahead and destroy this base and take out their super weapon, the Scud Storm. Their base is looking quite pitiable, isn't it? Well, it looks like they took care of that Marauder tank. Let's see if they can take care of that one too. Oh, all my units are coming in anyway, so
Enemy closing.
Responding.
it's all good.
Unit lost.
Attack move. These vehicles, like I mentioned in the training video, they're very weak, the technicals. They're pretty much the equivalent of the USA's Humvees in terms of how weak they are. They just get chewed up like there's no tomorrow. But they are good for scouting, and they are pretty good against infantry. So this is looking good. We've got a nice army of tanks here. But if we go up here, look at all these tanks. Don't you worry. Watch what happens
Search
when
and
we get
destroy.
close. Also, if you want to scroll a bit quicker on the battlefield, you can hold the right mouse button and drag. You know, it'll go a bit quicker. It's up to you. I just like going at the regular speed, but sometimes I do this.
Enemy tanks have the high ground.
Here we go.
Air support.
Roger. Big Bird on the way.
Big Bird on the way. So we're going to get some air support. Just chill here.
Heading out.
Don't get too close. And here we go. Watch these tanks disappear.
Search and destroy.
Beautiful. So now we can go into the base with absolutely
Enemy identified.
no trouble whatsoever. We might as well finish off these base
He's on the
defenses.
target list.
And let's do an attack move
On the
up
go.
here. Kill all these rebels. There goes their arms dealer.
Exploiting target. Rally
Attack
point
move,
confirmed.
come on.
Unit lost.
Let's make sure I've still got all my battle drones. Yep, I do for the tanks.
Got room for fire. On your command.
And I do for the Humvees as well. Nice.
Search and destroy.
Attack move.
Raise progress. He's on the target list.
So this is just absolute rape, what you're seeing here. This is
Providing fire
This
support.
is embarrassing for the GLA.
Heading out.
Too easy. And once we take care of that Scud
Take a
Storm
new
super
position.
weapon, that will be it. There's
Unit
also a
lost.
Stinger sight here. As you can see, they fire at the battle drones, so the battle drones are pretty good for using as meat shields, if you will. Gonna have to get some more.
Humvee here. Special forces
Rebuild
here.
them. Okay, so there goes that Stinger sight, and
Fully engaged.
this is it. Let's take care of the Scud Storm, and this will end the mission. So I've got quite a few units here with some nice veterancy levels. And that is it. Be careful not to get in that pool of
Scud
anthrax
destroyed.
there.
Baghdad secure. Congratulations, General.
You are victorious. Okay, so that's it for Mission 1 of the USA faction on Brutal Difficulty, guys. I will see you in the next video for Mission 2. I'm out.